Hello, fellow entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. I had my whole newsletter written out already for today, but it's a little last minute and I'm going to change it up. I'm doing this as a video because today I want to talk about the emotional side of personal branding, which means um, all the ways in which the colors, the fonts, the language and verbiage, how all of those things actually impact the emotional engagement and the emotional ties with your audience. And yes, this is all rooted in the recent Cracker Barrel logo debacle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the gist of it is that, like any business that's been around a hot minute, they wanted to refresh. I think they've been around 100 years. So they spent $700 million. Okay. $700 million on their refresh. Oh. And essentially, the result was that they were told, drop the old dude and the literal barrel from the Cracker Barrel logo so that now they're text only. And then they're gonna make it all clean white walls in the restaurants. Terrible. It was a terrible idea in so many levels. Now, at this point, if you don't know too much about it, I honestly do think you should stop and give 6 minutes of your life to watching the video from PBS Newshour that I linked to below. It's an interview with the amazingly named Americus Reed, who is a professor of marketing at Penn. He does a really, really good job of breaking down from a macro level how and why people become very attached or reject company branding. But here's the reason that I wanted to highlight this issue with you, a solopreneur, the micro end of the economy, right? If you work with people one to one or one to small group, you are going to be working with people intimately. I don't mean you're being like their therapist exactly. However, when you're working with anyone in a focused way, it really means that you're going to engage deeply with their joys, their preferences, their neuroses, their fears. You're going to hit it all because that's the nature of one-to-one work. So if you want to be very clear in all the, not if, you want to be very clear in all the facets of your branding, your colors, again, fonts, photos, verbiage. You want to be very clear in all of that and consistent with all of that because that tells your audience how you're going to treat them. I know I talk about branding a lot, but I don't think I've ever explained it in the impact of branding just like that before. Your branding choices infer the type of client you want and the experience that you want them to have with you. That's where Cracker Barrel went off the mark, right? Because they specialize in this very specific type of nostalgia, Americana nostalgia. And by eliminating the old timer, I think is his nickname, the man in the logo, people essentially saw themselves eliminated. The people who identified with joy and a certain time of life and a way of living saw themselves erased and they were crushed. The logo and the color and all of that are really the foundation of an emotional bond that unites you with your audience at the macro and micro level. So as you continue on your branding journey, try to keep in mind the importance of your audience's sense of belonging with you. By doing so, you not only build a thriving business, but then you also create a community of loyal customers with a very strong sense of belonging to you and your brand. As always, if you would like help pulling together your branding assets and or refreshing and unifying what it is that you're already using, I would welcome the opportunity to talk to you. And the amazing news is that I cost way less than $700 million. Please book a free meet and greet call with me now.